Welcome, everybody. You are now in the courtroom. Presiding over today's case is your honorable Judge Vibes in the building. All right. I would like for you right now, if you are not court ready, you need to get court ready because we are serious. I am the bailiff here in this court and I do not play in this courtroom. All right. So if you have not come here to have a good time, please exit the building right now or you will be respectfully escorted. You will be respectfully escorted off of the premises. I'm Nikki 24/7, host of Empowered Through History, Mondays at 11 p.m. Come join me sometimes where you learn women's history with a fun twist. All right. I'm also, the admin to a few shows, some of your favorite shows. I won't let you know who those shows are. You'll figure it out in due time. And a PR person to some of your favorite streamers. If you ever need any content, inspiration, or ideas, hit me up on Instagram. I am available for a little bit of service. But again, I'm the bailiff here. And we are in Honorable Vibes courtroom. Please sit back, get ready to have a wonderful, amazing time. And keep it classy, keep it clean. All right. This will be a featured show. So we want to conduct ourselves as such. We like no cursing, no profanity, no vulgar language on stage or in the comments. We want to see those comments going, keep it rolling. We want to see you support your judge here, support the jury, support the contestants, and have a wonderful time. Remember, I'm watching in the comments and I will escort you out of the building.
Let's go. What time it is? Nikki 24/7. My bailiff is on as she's in the order. We're gonna bring my juror up now. I'm gonna bring all my jury up now. I'm gonna bring all my jury. If y'all could box up. Belladonna's in the building. Jury number 1, Belladonna. How are you doing today? How you feeling?
All is well on this side of the world. Let's
give him a little introduction of yourself.
I am Belladonna. Welcome to the Queendom. I do a game show on Sundays, 5 p.m. Eastern. I also co-host with Rainmaker with the new feature show Pen Flow at 9 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. You can find me hanging out with the alien dragon Naj. I also co-host Poly Talk on Thursday evenings, 9 p.m. with Rainmaker as well. And if you have, some questions or something you want to get off your chest or you just want to hang out for a little bit of darkness, join me at 11 p.m. on Saturday for Donna After Dark.
We appreciate you, Belladonna. We got jury number 2, Smiley J, top bad Smiley J in the building. Let's go ahead and get it. Like I say, tell me a little bit about yourself and where to find you. We appreciate you.
Hi, I am Top Bad Smiley J. You can catch me in the mornings from 9 to noon and at night from 9 p.m. to midnight. We do support challenges in my stream. Every week is something different. We got a wheel in the back, so come check me out.
I love it. And last but not least, my brother.
Yeah, Rise and Grind.
Classic in the building. Man, I'm happy that you're on this jury, bro. I knew you was gonna bring the pain with it. Tell me a little bit about yourself, man, and where to find you, bro.
What to do, y'all? My name is Toxic. I don't have a set screen time, so kids when you want good laughs, baby. That's how it's at. But the next is lock somebody up.
Let's go. This is my jury, ladies and gentlemen. All fabulous people, fantastic people. I appreciate you again. We're gonna get it going right now. We're gonna bring up next. We got my bailiff, we got the jury going on, and then we're going to get ready for my contestants. Let's bring the contestants up now and introduce the contestants. Appreciate my jury. At the end, and we're going to bring the jury back up for the verdict of who won the case. Could all my contestants please lock in for me and box up? I am your host, aka your judge, Judge Vibes. The vibes all day, every day. This is my new show coming to exclusively. This is the premiere. We're actually doing a premiere on Thursday. The show will be set on Monday at 10 p.m. But we need to get some things going, and I want to get people riled up and enjoying the show. So we're gonna have a little fun, y'all. So if you in here to have a little fun, let's go, make it happen. We're gonna box up my contestants now. Naj in the building, my favorite alien. Let's go ahead and put it down. Let them know where to find you at, how to find you.
Favorite alien, and I definitely want to shout out Vibrate Higher with Naj, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right before Pen Flow, and we're talking mind, body, spirit alignment and high frequency conversations. We have an amazing lineup this Sunday with El the Drug, Demi Goddess, Kind-Hearted Bae, as well as everybody on here. We're going to be talking about, you know, the fact that Nikki the bailiff, by the way, she's going to be on the panel as well. And we're just going to be talking about girl fight. Are girls here to compete or whatever? So it's going to be a great conversation. So I'm excited about that. So tune in 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Nice. And we got Lexi, gentlemen. Let's go ahead and introduce yourself, brother, and where can they find you? Stream times, show times, everything.
What's going on, everybody? Lexi Gentleman here, aka Mr. Inspire Fire. You can catch me every Monday for my featured show, Spoken Herb with Lex the Gentleman. It's a featured poetry show every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have open mic also. And go out and cop. New book is out on Amazon called Lost and Found Poems to Inspire the Fire Within. And man, just thank you for having me here. Feels good. I'm ready to get it on.
Always a pleasure, man. This is day one of episode 1. It's about to be fun. And none other than my brother, Rainmaker, always making it rain. And I don't mean with dollars, I mean with knowledge, and I mean with consciousness. I need all that stuff. Rainmaker's gonna bring it to you. Hey, Rainmaker, I appreciate you, bro. Tell people where to find you at, how to find you, you know.
Definitely your friendly neighborhood Rainmaker, Pen Flow, right after Vibrate Higher with Naj, the first poetry workshop, featured show on Tag, and, you know, a daily streamer. So yeah, let's get it.
Let's go. And last but not least, the lovely Top Bash Coco Melon. We appreciate you. Shine like you always do with the good energy, big smiles. Go ahead and tell them how to find you, where to find you, and what they're going to do with you when they find you.
Well, I am Top Badge Coco Melon, and y'all pretty much can find me anytime. I have a show called Slang With Me every Sunday at 11 a.m. So, you know, if you got that slang, y'all can come and hit me up, or my admins, no baby. I'll be on Diamond Supplies show on Saturday called Legacy Made, so at 11 p.m. So you can tap in with me there also. And I'm having a fade party tonight from 8 to 10, so you want to have some networking and phase up, come hit me up.
Hey, I appreciate all my contestants. For y'all who don't know, the contestants for tonight are going to be two versus two. That means it's going to be Rainmaker and My Favorite Alien, Nas on team 1, and then we're going to have Lexi Gentleman and Top Bash Coco Melon on team number 2. What's going to happen here, we're going to argue, we're going to friendly banter, argue, we're going to make some great valid points about the topic. You've all read the topic, I'm sure, right?
Yes.
All right. The topic is, so side 1, which is team 1, one partner believes that posting about their relationship on social media is essential for transparency and commitment. Side 2, team 2 is arguing the point of the other values privacy and feels uncomfortable sharing personal details online, fearing it invites unnecessary scrutiny. All right, is everybody clear on that? Everybody in the room, everybody in the comments, appreciate all the gifts, everything during this court case. We actually do continue to remain respectful of each other and don't know any rude comments or cursing during this court in my courtroom. I'm your host and judge, Top Bash Vibes, and we're going to start the case right now. We're going to start with team 1. Team 1, we're going to start with opening arguments, and we're going to get started. I'll read the statement up for y'all so everybody in the audience can know, in the courtroom can know. One partner believes that posting about the relationship on social media is essential for transparency and showing commitment. So begin your opening statement, sir.
There's very much benefits for social media and positive benefits for relationships, right? So you can capture memories. Also, social media fosters long distance relationships, right? So if you're in a long distance relationship, how do you communicate? How do you build intimacy? How do you move those things? Social media brings people together. The benefit of social media, or the creation of social media, was to connect people, was to bring people on the other side of the world closer to people on another side of the world, right? Because of social media, there are people that have met that would have never met in their lifetime. They are fostering connections. There are businesses that would have been created that would have never been created. It also encourages frequent communication. It discovers your partner's interest. So if you have things that you're interested in, that you find that you're interested in while using social media, your partner can be like, oh, I never knew you were interested in that. I really do like that, right? I'm in a long distance relationship. Social media is vital in my life because this is how I stay connected. And that is my time. I'm gonna move it to Naj.
All right, so honorable vibes, ladies and gentlemen, and also my jurors. I'd like to thank you guys for being here as you listen to my argument. And I want to explore the fact that modern day phenomenon of couples being online in public. And the one thing that I think is so important is the fact that when you follow posts for couple goals, you are a couple that is an example. So you lead by example. So you have a lot of people within the community that gets to see different types of relationships, right? So you get to see relationships that are monogamous, that are interracial, that are poly, that are, religious. So just being able to foster community, I think is super important when couples are online and foster community. So then now you have your family, you have your friends, you have your digital friends, everyone is watching your digital scrapbook while you're online and celebrating you online. So you now have a bigger community. So it's not just you and your partner or partners, it is actually your whole entire soul tribe that gets to celebrate your digital scrapbook. So these things are very important. And then there's also studies. So one thing I love are studies. So when we look at actual psychological studies, it actually says that you foster a lot of joy when you get to celebrate with community. So online actually makes you able to kind of have that dopamine hit. You post, you're happy, your couples are happy, y'all are doing something together in your spare time. So overall, you are literally bringing joy within your family by having your couple be online. So I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in and listening to this opening argument. And I cannot wait to add more steps and more actual points to this. So you really get encouraged to put your relationship online. Thank you so much. It's your favorite alien.
That is Team 1, ladies and gentlemen. We have my favorite alien, Naj, and Rainmaker, Team 1, with their opening arguments. Now we're going to, or the opening statements, I should say. Now we're going to go down to Team 2. Team 2! All right. Top Batch, Coca Mellon, and Lex the Gentleman himself. We're going to get started with your opening arguments. Lex the Gentleman, go ahead and start off, sir.
When it comes to social media, during this time, we will successfully argue against the posting of personal content, things related to your personal relationship on social media. And some of the points that we believe things should not be posted is, number one, you want to look at social media as a part-time job. This is part of your job. And just like when you have a regular job, your personal and professional life shouldn't be mixed. Things happen when you start mixing the two. It creates unnecessary drama. You have people on your business, they don't know the flavor, and the flavor that they do know is only the flavor of the month. All right, whatever's been posted. So they're not keeping in track, they're not keeping up to date with what's going on, everything, behind the scenes in the relationship. There's privacy, things come in, the level of privacy, and it really depends on the type of, whether you're a streamer or whether you're just posting on social media, what the content that you have. If it's not related to the content that you have, there's no purpose of posting it. And if it's about the value of the relationship, actually posting can actually detract from the value of your relationship. It's an unhealthy way to measure the value. All right, the value of the relationship should be assessed by those in the relationship based on experiences together, based on the relationship standards that were identified before the relationship. That's where the value comes from, not from what you're posting. Yes, it gives people the freedom to make assumptions and suggestions, but at the same time, it gives people the freedom to ask anything about your relationship, things you may not want the public to know. All right, so and they ask those questions, you have to answer those questions, and maybe those are things that you don't want them to know that are private to that relationship. So Those are some of the points we're discussing, and I'll hand it over to Coco.
Thank you. For my opening statement, I'm just going to kind of piggyback on what he was saying. The importance of privacy, it protects us from potential exploitation of personal sensitive information. We're in an era of technology, and as you know, things can get leaked out. We have identity theft and misuse and mishandle of information that can create a lot of issues, both in your personal and online life. You can strain a relationship
by exposing too much online. It can cause trust issues and even just end the relationship altogether. The other risk is unwanted surveillance. You get trolled, you get stalked, because these people are not able to physically be with you. So this is the only way they can, be able to be with you. And also, we have a right to maintain a private life, just like celebrities. Celebrities, they have a twofold life. We should have it as well. Personal boundaries allow individuals to curate their online experiences, limit screen time, and just create healthy balances between the online and offline life. So that's my opinions.
Okay, team 2, I like that. I appreciate team 2. I appreciate that. We're gonna go into the body of evidence. We'll go ahead and go with team 2.
When it comes to the looking at social media, not posting, this is one thing I've always seen is it's part of my job. It's part of my job. It's like if I'm working at a job, I'm the type, I've never been one to bring people into my job, bring people into what I'm doing like from the outside, because this is my livelihood. Social media is an opportunity for people free to actually make money. Just like, streaming is an opportunity for you to make money. And I'm not gonna let anybody get in the way of me and my money. And so I think we should just keep those things, keep that personal and the professional life separate. When you start posting about things, it invites people into just get in the way of that, get in the way of that, what you're doing in your life, and the drama, the necessary drama. People, a lot of times they just want to be nosy and get in your business. They can start befriending the person that you're trying to talk to just so they can try to pry more into your business, and what's happening in your relationship. So it's not even about supporting and being there for you, but they're just trying to be nosy, and they start supporting the other person, and then just because they want to start getting closer to you, and I've seen this take place. A lot of times people only see the happy side, they just want to share like the happy moments. But now when you share these happy moments, now you have to keep up this facade that everything's happy all the time. And it puts more pressure on the relationship itself, because y'all putting up this facade like, oh, we're just happy all the time, but that's not reality. That's not reality. And so people, when they see that, and also they're not up to date with everything. There's no way you can like share everything that's going on in your relationship. There's certain things that are only meant to be enjoyed with you two, only meant to be enjoyed between that relationship. So
that's a good point. For those who just joined us, we appreciate you in the courtroom today. I am I'm your judge Vibes, and we in love and order with my teams, Lexi Gentleman, team 2, and Coco Miller, and also team 1, Naj and Rainmaker. And very good point, Lex, very good point. We see that all throughout the app, especially through social media, how it can completely be twisted around, and a lot of misunderstandings can happen. It just happens every day on social media. So that's a good point, very good points. Coco Miller?
I'm going to go on the aspect of the misuse of it. So, a lot of times we like everybody to know like the status that we're in. And, for the most part, people are, excited for you, and, they want to support both of us. But, we have some people on this app, and everybody knows this, that they are trying to capitalize on what they can. So when you have especially if you have two streamers that are in a relationship, it makes things a little bit more complicated on that, because you have someone that will try to get simple information, your age, when you were born. They can take this information and potentially use it as like some of your security questions that you have, when you do your online business. So this can go even further and even deeper the more information you give someone, because these are the things that you usually use when you do your online business. So you want to protect that, because that's your life. We're in an age of technology. One simple mishap and everything can be gone right in the blink of an eye. So we have to make sure that even though we want people to know what's going on with us, we have to keep a portion of our lives private.
Now, I'm gonna ask you, Cocomelon, what's the number one reason why you think will be a violation of privacy? Give us one example of a violation of privacy that you think would really be detrimental to a relationship.
I guess a violation of privacy. You know, a lot of us have kids and stuff. I think a lot of times when that information gets leaked, as far as like kids, their age, you know, like their whereabouts, the school they're in, you know, like I said, a lot of us have families and stuff. That to me is a violation, because that can create a lot of mess. I'll just say it like that. It'll create a lot of issues. I mean, we want to protect our family and our children. So I think that right there is a violation, especially if someone gets mad at you. They want to use that against you. You may be having court cases. Those types of situations where people really know about you, they can use that against you. It can potentially not only get you banned off of this app, but it could also destroy a case that you have pending somewhere else, all in the cup of people knowing too much of your information.
In addition, if you like, if I'm in a relationship and we go out and we have a beautiful evening, you know, we have a beautiful evening, we go out to eat, candlelight dinner, really nice, you know, steak restaurant, go out, walk in the park afterwards, you know, and if I share this on social media, right, the more times that it's shared on social media, one would think that it actually draws to the value of that relationship and would make it stronger, but it actually detracts from it the more it's shared. All right, because the more that it's shared, the more that special moment is not so special anymore. That special moment that I shared, you know, with my woman is not so special anymore, because it's been shared so much, you know, down the line. And then something happens that would say it doesn't work out. Now people in their minds, they're just like, well, what's going on? You know, what's happening? What's happening with you two? You know, this and that. And then you have to explain that, and that can cause more pressure. And then if y'all decide to get back together, you know, it's like you're taking away from the value. It's not bringing y'all close together. It's actually pushing y'all further apart. And also when people that go on and they brag about their partner, there's actually studies that show that someone who is always bragging about their partner is actually tied to how insecure they are in their relationship. So while those who are more secure because those who are more secure, they spend time enjoying their relationship instead of trying to convince other people and themselves how happy they are. Look at a true real relationship, it's between two people. You don't have to do all that. You're actually happy, you know, so you don't have to keep trying to put forth this image that you're happy to other people. You're just happy with each other.
Right.
Good points. You as a team, you've probably seen these examples all over the app and all over social media. What is some advice that you think you would give people who are trying to make it work? Like what is something that they must look out for to make it work? Give me a more positive.
Well, for me, to make it work, limit the information you give to everybody else. If you have a problem or you guys are having an issue, let the issue be between the two parties. It don't need to be advertised to everybody else. Everybody don't need to know that you guys are having a problem, and resolve it that way. Because once you leak anything out, then it's like everybody's opinion. It's everybody's relationship. So just keep everything private.
I appreciate that. Shout out to Team 2. I appreciate your time. Good arguments, good statements, good advice, everything, good strategy. I'll see you guys in just a few minutes for our closing arguments. We're gonna let Team 1 come here and give their arguments in rebuttal to what you guys just said. All right. Following that, what does Team 1 have for their evidence and body language, body of their evidence that they want to present today?
So I definitely do want to jump in, Honorable Judge, and just kind of point out the fact that a lot of the points that were made in Team 2 were opinions, and there was not a lot of fact involved in that. So let's just throw some facts out there. Let's do that. Okay, so we talked about the fact that studies Like Lex mentioned studies, but there were no actual evidence of actual studies being referenced. So I'm just going to go ahead and reference a study that is actually a fact. So actually studies published in the Psychology of Popular Media Culture, they did actual studies on this, and it said that couples who made their relationships Facebook official and on social media often felt more secure and more validated in their relationships, and that it was a public declaration of acts of their modern day commitment ceremony. So they felt that by putting the relationship online in front of family, friends, and others, it was them being very transparent about the relationship and celebrating it as a community online. So these are studies that were actually published that talk about how it actually was beneficial. So let's start there, okay? So these are facts. So then when we continue to move on and we talk about another thing that was mentioned was talking about security. Okay, we have things like the block button. We have things where we have things in place where we're using usernames. We're protecting our identities. We have the ability as a couple online to say what we want to show, what we don't want to show. So that's even if you're single. So being a couple doesn't change that. You go online and be responsible anytime you're online. So just being able, you can share your love in your relationship. You could talk about different things while also being responsible to protect yourself, your identity, your children. That is up to you to do that by knowing the rules of engagement on social media before you get on. So I find it very hypocritical that streamers are talking about being private and scared, being scared to share on social media when they're streamers. You already share. So sharing your relationship and your love is actually just increasing the community and the love you already have. So of course, if you're a streamer, you have taken the steps to know how to share responsibly. So the other point that was made that was an opinion was talking about the fact that the timing, and how, it's a part-time job. Well, guess what? When you're in love and in a couple, it's a part-time job you love. That's a full-time job. So if taking a little bit of time on social media to share that love with others, it's a job that you love, right? You love to be here, right? And then the other thing, they were like, when you have a problem, keep it private. Right? You can have conflict resolution, and you can also get your community of friends and family and people involved when there is a conflict, and you can work it out constructively. That's called group therapy. So if you're doing that online with group therapy and you're getting all these other, opinions and things, those things can actually help and foster community. So I just wanted to bring it back to the facts versus the opinions, and I'm going to turn it over to my co-defendant, Mr. Rainmaker.
So yes, Honorable Judge. I believe the Team 2 had a lot of fear mongering, and played on the fears of, people, and to some degree assumed that people did not have their own mind, their own ability to be healthy while using social media, right? So, we all know, it's not social media, it is the people behind social media, right? Social media is built to connect people together, right? It is built to connect relationships. It is built to do all these things. So now, in my world, my wife and I use social media as a part of our bonding exercises. So we have apps that we have to answer questions every single day that bring us closer together, that are relationship building questions. We have relationship building games, right? She's in Cali, I'm usually in Georgia or New York. Time difference. These apps allow us to actually communicate in real time, regardless of what we are doing, right? If I did not have these apps in or use of social media, right, my schedule would not allow me to communicate with my wife when I need to, right? So this is a perfect thing. And I want to go back on the fact that we are all using social media, right? We are all using social media. Social media has moved into our families. It has moved into our homes. It is a part of our life, right? And these things is a benefit. You can say, oh, this exists, but this existed before social media. People judging people moving all this stuff on the thing, it existed before social media. Social media only connected so we can now see what is happening, right? We can see all the protests, we can see everything, we can move to the world, and now we have more opinions, right? So I believe that social media is definitely vital in the connection of humanity, vital in the connection of relationships, and you have to trust that people can decide for themselves. Is what we want to do as humans. We want to decide for ourselves how to use social media, and a couple can decide how social media plays a role in their relationships. And that is my time.
Thank you for your time, both of you. There was a streamer who actually shared their marriage. They actually shared their marriage on social media. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but Mr. Golden shared his marriage and streamed on social media, and I actually partake in that. So that's one good example. So what do you feel about that, and how does that affect your argument in the proceedings?
A lot of time with streaming, you're spending more, time on here with your streamer family than you are sometimes with some of your other relatives and things because of distance and stuff. So many streamers are on here for anywhere between 2 and 7 hours. And so they've connected so much that they want this community to be a part of them sharing their love. So I think it's an amazing experience when you get to, I think through the advent of like the COVID era, we've transitioned into virtual events, right? So then now we're on stream, we're on Zoom, we're doing all of our life, our business, our love, our ceremonies, our relationships via virtual, and it's still very effective to be able to express that love in relationships when we can't touch each other. So I think just being in the world of post-pandemic, this has literally become a way of life that we virtually can connect.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Definitely.
Excellent. Team 1, I appreciate that. We're going to get ready for closing arguments. We're going to give you 5 minutes for closing argument. We go ahead and start with you guys since you're already here. Welcome to the courtroom. I'm your host and judge. Judge Vibes, the Honorable Judge Vibes. I'm here, and this is Love and Order. We've been engaging in the topic at hand, and both teams did an incredible job so far with their opening statements and also their evidence. So now we're going to go into the third round, which is the closing arguments, and each team will get 5 minutes to persuade the court and the jury of their arguments and see who will win this case. All right, we're going with Team 1. My favorite alien, Naj, and Rainmaker. So let's get ready to make it happen. Team 1, go ahead, and you're on the clock.
I would like to address the honorable vibes, ladies and gentlemen of the audience and the jury, and do my closing arguments. It's your favorite alien. So we listened to both sides, and the one thing I want to say is if you're fearful, if you're toxic, if you're scared, if you don't have a strong foundation in a relationship, then yeah, go ahead and hide it. If you're cheating, if you have sneaky links, go ahead and hide it. But if you are in a healthy relationship and you love your community and you love your soul tribe, then yes, social media is a great way for you to pull that love all together from all around the world, to be couple goals, to give great examples, to literally have a celebration of joy. It is a great way to increase your joy, your dopamine. It is a great way, according to studies, to really have your online relationship be solidified through virtual community and celebration, as well as commitment ceremonies. So I need you guys to understand how vital social media is. And you also have apps that are out there for protection that can protect you and your children, and also give you quality time, because you can upload posts at any time, save them for later, and post automatic while you and your relationship are still doing things on the side. So there is a way to really manage social media while sharing your love, and you don't have to be afraid of it. So embrace the fact that you have a real life community and you have a virtual community that is here and waiting to celebrate your love as a couple and a family. Thank you so much for tuning into me, your favorite alien, and I'm gonna pass it on to my co-defendant, Rainmaker.
So, Honorable Judge Vibes and ladies and gentlemen of the jury. So, social media is not a hindrance. It is also is most likely definitely a tool that you need in your life, that you need to use in your life for your day-to-day. It makes things so much easier. It moves. I want everybody to remember when they are in a relationship, that feeling of getting "I'm thinking about you" text, or I'm thinking about you" meme from the person that you love. That feeling inside of your chest that like, oh, my baby loves me. This is the things that social media allows you to do, right? People move with integrity, people who move with character, people who understand their time will always use social media as a benefit, right? And with all things, all good things, in moderation. So use it in moderation. But it does not mean that social media is the culprit for anybody's relationships. And that is my time.
Wow. Amazing job, Team 1. Naj, my favorite alien, and Rainmaker, thank you for your closing arguments. We got to go reach into Team 2 and see what's going on for y'all who just tuned in. Welcome to Love and Order. I am your host and judge, Vibes. Welcome everybody. Also in the comments, I read a comment by 2 Cents really quickly, which is really good. She said that you manage social media, don't let social media manage you. Now, I can argue the point of saying that is easier for some and harder for some. I have to say, for my closing argument, I'm going to say it could also rest on the individual and how they heal, if they heal properly, how they're thinking, and also having emotional control. Social media is a responsibility, ladies and gentlemen. It is a responsibility of the individual, and it also is a responsibility for us to hold accountable to those who don't hold themselves responsible for that. You got to look out for each other. It's like a community, y'all. Social media is just like a community. Make sure we're looking out for each other, and then you gather with those that of like minds, and then you spread that good energy over the app. And hopefully that you're going to run into some things, just like in this app. You're going to run into some things that are going to try to derail you from your purpose.
You got to create the world you want to be in.
Right, correct. Shout out to Team 1. We're going to bring Team 2 up for the closing arguments. Powerful Team 2, Top Bash, Coco Melon, and my brother, Lex, spit fire, inspire, gentlemen. Go ahead, sir.
In conclusion, the best sign of a healthy relationship is no sign of it on social media. People who are genuinely happy in their relationship usually don't post about it on social media. In the 2021 study, according to Medical News Today and Pew Research Center, it showed that they actually found an increase the people that post about their relationship on Instagram. It led to a decrease in relationship satisfaction and an increase in conflict and negative outcomes. Furthermore, the dissatisfaction, conflict, and negative outcomes triggered an addictive use of Instagram and actually took away from that time they're spending together. These same studies showed that someone always bragging about their partner is actually tied to how insecure they are in their relationship, while those who are more secure spend time actually enjoying their relationship instead of trying to convince other people and themselves how happy they are. A true, real, healthy relationship is between two people. All right, somebody put 2 in the comments. 2 people, not the whole world. The bottom line is relationships are to be kept within the boundaries. I see those 2s. The bottom line is this. Relationships are to be kept within the boundaries of the relationship. Boundaries that should have been put in place way before the relationship began. The only benefit received from letting the world know your home isn't happy is outsiders who think they are welcomed in. And the only benefit gained from posting how happy you both are is added pressure to now maintain this perfect image, an image which may not reflect reality. This not only, ladies and gentlemen, can lead to a breakup, but can cause you to lose what is real by chasing what only appears to be. Let me say that one more time. This not only can lead to a breakup, but can cause you to lose what is real by chasing what only appears to be. Don't give people the privilege of knowing everything about your relationship. A, it's not their business. B, you don't have to post it to prove it. And C, just because you are not posting it, it doesn't mean it's not happening. You both know it's happening. And that, my friends, should be more than enough. Talk to each other. Hello? Spend time with each other. Enjoy each other. Comfort each other. Keep special moments with each other. Don't ruin in public everything you both worked for so hard in private. After all, it started with you two. It will continue with you two. So it should stay with you too. Thank you.
Can we get some Inspire Fire? I felt like I was in an episode of Spoken Heard.
Yeah.
Spoken Heard Mondays at 9 p.m. If you don't know Eastern time. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with it, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, great.
Right, Shaka, or three. Shaka's correct. Depending on it.
Shout out to my guy, ladies and gentlemen, with the powerful argument. Top Bash Coca Melon. How you gonna follow that?
Well, I'm just gonna piggyback on some of the stuff he said. Now,
I
they were
would too.
talking about fear. They talking about fear. Well, let's talk about fear. 79% of internet users are concerned about their privacy on social media. So when you start talking about fear, it has nothing to do with fear. It's protecting yourself. You will be the one sitting around here at the courts trying to figure out who your name is and what you represent and how much money that then got spent away because you wanted to put everything out there for everybody to see. So now that happened, someone named Bob Dylan then came and got your identity, and now you're sitting around here while y'all sitting here thinking y'all kumbayaing right now. Somebody else is sitting there spending your money, then got into your accounts, and now they're about to ruin your life and everybody else. So it's not about fear. It's about protecting yourself. Everything doesn't have to be on the internet for everybody to know that you're happy. You just need to know you're happy. Who cares what everybody else says? Okay. At the end of the day, it's going to be between you and them. And unless you just want everybody to have an opinion on your relationships and how you do it. So if you don't want that, yeah, you're going to protect it. It's not about fear. It's about protecting you and your own and your family. You wouldn't want nobody to come in and break into your house because some troll or some stalker is all illuminated by your romance that they feel like they want to be a part of it as well. So it's not about fear. All of the things that we're talking about is protecting your relationship.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm still inspired fire right now by ladies and gentlemen. That was great statements, great closing statements from both teams. At this time, we want to invite one person to box up and give us their opinion of this case. One person to box up and give us a quick opinion while the jury deliberates. All right, Jordan.
Relationships are hard, but you can make it easy because there's certain ways you can make it feel easy and stuff like that. And some people just don't understand it because they put something in front of the other thinking that it's more influential.
So have you ever experienced online relationship and what was your take on
the online relationship? It's more about you have to be in that relationship mentally and you have to trust, always be with them, always care about them. Maybe if you want to get them food and stuff like that. But it's more about the connection, more about speaking to each other and not seeing each other. It's hard, it's tough, but if you guys are willing to put in that work, I believe that you can make it happen, make that relationship work. But if you guys can't seem to stay in your boundaries, stay towards one another and not cheat or not mess with anybody else,
Thanks a lot, brother. I appreciate that. Big chakra energy.
Hello. Hey, y'all. Hello, Your Honor. I just wanted to say I love everything that y'all are doing in here. Both arguments was so informative. Both arguments, both sides of the jury really did it. They had some really good points. I saw both sides to it. The fact that, you have to protect your privacy. Not everything should be shared. So I felt Lex and Coco Melon's side of that. Some things you should just bask in the moment and enjoy that with your partner. Now, with Naj and Rainmaker, I also understand the embracing of, showing people your love. Like, why wouldn't you not want to share that with the world? You guys are in love, you're together, you know what I mean? You're getting through the hard times, the good times, whatever the case may be. That may encourage someone. That's exhibiting like whatever type of love you have. And so I see both sides to it when it comes to the protection and people hacking and your information being exposed online. I see both sides. Now, me personally, because I'm married, I'm very open with telling people that I'm married. I met my husband online. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm very open when it comes to expressing, hey, like this dynamic was built from meeting this person online. And I want to share that with other people online that maybe, they don't believe that they could find their person. You get what I'm saying? So for me, I'm glad that I didn't get my jury letter. I'm glad that, I'm not on the jury. This is a very tough one to decide. And I'm just here waiting to see who won this case. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the jurors will be coming to the room soon. They will be coming to the room soon. We ask that you put all your flash photography away. We ask that you please hold in all your emotion. We will have no disrespect in the Honorable Judge Vibes' courtroom. Please, if you are devastated by the verdict, you must hold your emotions until you step outside of this courtroom. All right? The judges will be soon approaching again. There will only be respect and love in the Honorable Judge's courtroom. So are we ready? They coming soon. I'm gonna step down because we gotta have the verdict reader come up. This is about to be exciting again. I will remove you if you are disrespectful to the Honorable Judge Vibes.
Shout out to my bailiff, Nikki 24/7. I appreciate you. And we have our head juror, Belladonna, coming up and going to give us our verdict. Shout out to you, Belladonna. We appreciate you, everything you do. Thank you so much.
Good morning again. I'm Belladonna. The jury has deliberated with some compelling arguments on both sides, and we, the jury, find the winner to be Team 1 with a total score of 60 points. Team 2 did an amazing job with a total score of 59 points.
Wow, that's a very close one. What were some strong points, weak points, really quickly for Team 2 and Team 1?
So some of the strong points were on their evidence, the facts that they presented, the evidence, the examples are one of the stronger points. The clarity of their argument and responding to the judge's questions.
Amazing. Thank you. The deliberation was amazing. My juror was amazing. Shout out to Belladonna, shout out to Smiley J, and shout out to my guy Toxic. Shout out to both sides of the courtroom. Team 1, we have Naj and Rainmaker, and shout out to Team 2, ladies and gentlemen, and Top Badge, Coco Millen, and then we appreciate you. And shout out to everybody who came up. Shout out to Top Badge, Chakra Energy for giving her 2 cents, but she's not 2 cents, but she's Chakra Energy. So she's giving us her energy. And shout out to, of course, none other than Jordan himself, is always, doing an amazing job. Shout out to Jordan doing his thing yesterday on his first. Bring your bailiff. We're gonna do closeouts, and we're gonna be out of here. Shout out to everybody in the comments. We appreciate you. This has been the first episode of Love and Order. I am your judge and host, Judge Vibes, the Honorable. That's right, the Honorable Judge Vibes. The next court case will be on Monday. Love and Order will be on Monday at the same time, same bat channel, in the live with my bailiff, Nikki 24/7. And also, y'all, their opportunities are open for bailiff guests. Bailiffs are special guests. So we will have opportunities for people to come up and be the bailiffs. The case that we're gonna be doing right now is financial disputes. So what we're gonna be listening to next case will be one partner feels that both should equally contribute to household expenses for fairness and partnerships, while the other believes that the contributions should be based on income levels and they earn significantly less and feel burdened by equal contributions.
You are 50-50? What's happening? Listen, I'm not about to start this debate. I am not about to start. Exactly, Sassy Red. This is going to be crazy. Are you 50-50 or does it go by how much money you make?
We're gonna have two brand new teams to the court, and we're gonna have a very good case